Hi students, this is Mr. Ivan. Today's class is going to be about geometrical construction. Some of you struggle in geometrical constructions because you're not very accurate in it, okay? And this is because of minor adjustment you've done to the instruments when drawing your circle. So this lesson, if you are here, means you are looking to improve, and this is how I'm going to help you. All right? So if you like what you're seeing, please remember to subscribe and maybe share with your friends so that we can all benefit from this lesson. Okay, so first let me introduce to you some of the instruments. This is a compass. Okay, a compass is used to draw a circle. So when you are going to draw a circle with a compass, make sure that you have a nice sharp pencil. If yours is mechanical, then it's fine. If yours is not mechanical, make sure you sharpen your pencil very well. Now once you set the length of your compass, okay, so for example, if I want to draw a circle of radius 5 cm, okay, so I use my compass and measure with the ruler 5 cm exactly. Once I already set 5 cm, I do not touch the legs anymore. Okay, put it down, put the sharp point down, hold it at the top, okay, and we can draw a circle. Okay, remember, never ever touch the legs of the compass. All right, and you have a nice circle of radius 5 cm. Okay, now what does this radius 5 cm means? It means that anywhere from this point, okay, so usually the radius, the center of the circle, we label it as C. Okay, anywhere from this point to the circumference here, this is 5 cm. From this point to the circumference here, this is 5 cm. So for those of you who play game, you are very familiar with this. This is your radar. Okay, your radar is usually maybe in 2/4 form. Yeah, it tells you that, you know, around you, where are your enemies at? Okay, so this is how we use the compass to draw a circle. And the circle is used to find a point. So that means anywhere I am on the circumference, maybe here I label this as A, maybe here I label this as B, maybe here I label this as D, even here I label this as X. The distance of D to C, the distance of any point from the circumference to the center, is always 5, 5, 5. And why is this 5? This is because we have already set the radius as 5 already. Okay, so whichever your radius is, that is going to be the distance from the point on the circumference to the center of the circle. And this is why we need to know how to draw a circle using a compass. Okay, now the next two things which I feel that most of you didn't really use is this. Okay, this is called a set square. Now why do we need to use a set square? Is actually to draw a pair of parallel lines. Okay, so when do we need to use it to draw a pair of parallel lines? Okay, most of the time, it might be more for Sec 3 onward student. You may want to draw a gradient. Okay, that is the same line as the other. Then another line that has the same gradient as this line. Okay, so if you need to draw another line that is parallel to this line, what you need to do is to put your triangular set square on the line. Okay, put this as the base, put your ruler as the base, and then shift it up. Okay, so when you shift it up, this line that you draw is going to be parallel. You see this line and this line parallel. Okay, so if you need another parallel line, put your set square on the line, put your ruler at the bottom, do not shift your ruler, shift your set square down, draw another line here, parallel. Okay, so these are the equipments that you have, and of course we have our protractor, which you have used in primary school. Okay, so remember how to read a protractor. Okay, if I read from the left to right, I'm using the inner scale. Okay, if I'm reading from right to left, I'm using the outer scale. Okay, and you also have learned about acute angle and obtuse angle in your previous chapter. Okay, so these are your equipment that we have to start this chapter. Okay, to draw a perpendicular bisector, okay, you need a compass. All right, so the compass, make sure that you adjusted your compass to more than half of the length of the line. Okay, half of the length of the line. So this is more than half of the length of the line already. Again, once you have adjusted your compass to be more than half of the, do not touch the legs of it. Take the sharp part, put it at one of the point, okay, draw an arc on top, okay, and draw an arc below. Okay, so you can overlap your arc, no problem, because it will still be at the same place as long as you do not shift your legs. Okay, so draw an arc on top and draw an arc below. All right, so next go to A. Make sure you are as accurate as possible. Go to A. Again, do not move legs, just move the tip. Draw another arc on the top to make sure that the arc intersect on the top, and draw another arc below to make sure that these two arcs intersect. Okay, so once you see there's one point of intersection of the top arc and another intersection of the bottom arc, all you need to do is to use a ruler, okay, and join the two intersections of the arcs, and this is your perpendicular bisector. Okay, now what does the perpendicular bisector do? It consists of two things. Number one, it is perpendicular, means that this is 90 degree. Okay, number two, bisect means it cut into half. Okay, so let's say let this point be M, AM and MB, they are going to be the same length. Okay, so the perpendicular bisector cuts a line into half at a 90 degree. Okay, now what does a perpendicular bisector means? Means that you are going to be equidistant. This question for sure they will ask you. Okay, they are equidistant from point A and point B. Okay, that means anywhere you are on along the perpendicular bisector. So let's say you are here. Okay, the distance from you to A and the distance from you to B is the same. Anywhere you are here, the distance of you to A and the distance of you to B is the same. Okay, so a perpendicular bisector means you're equidistant from both point and B, point A and B, sorry. Okay, now let's say if you are, that's for part A, if you are nearer to A than B, okay, so where can you be? A is here, B is here. If you are on the perpendicular bisector, means you're the same distance to A and to B. But if you're nearer to A, where can you be? You can be here, you can be here, you can be here. Okay, so basically if you're nearer to A than B, means you're on the left side of the perpendicular bisector. Okay, but vice versa, if you're nearer to B than A, then you're on the right side of the perpendicular bisector. Okay, so just a short recall of how to draw the perpendicular bisector. Take your protractor, make sure it is greater than half of the length of the line that you want to bisect. Draw one arc on top, draw one arc below. Go to the other point, draw one arc on top, draw one arc below. Okay, remember, never touch the legs of the compass. Then join the point of intersection of your both the arcs and you have your perpendicular bisector. And if you're on the perpendicular bisector, what does it mean? It means you are equidistant from 2 points. Okay, equidistance from 2 points. Next, if you need to draw an angle bisector. So what does the word angle bisector tells you? It cuts the angle into half. Yes, an angle bisector cuts the angle into half. Now the angle bisector requires a little bit more steps than the perpendicular bisector. But generally the concept is the same. Take your compass, make sure you have a fixed length. Okay, so this length, there's no fixed thing. You can just fix any length. But once you fix it, you do not adjust it anymore. Okay, so first, take the compass, put it at the angle that you want to bisect, and then draw an arc on the first line and draw an arc that cut the second line. Okay, so basically draw 2 arcs, one arc that cut the first line and the other arc that cut the second line. Okay, now once you have 2 intersections, again do not adjust your compass. Go to the first intersection here, draw an arc on the first line here. Okay, so sometimes you may screw up like this, where you are going to have a little bit of adjustments. So what do? Take your eraser and erase it away. Okay, take your eraser and erase it away. Okay, do you have to erase the initial arc? No need. Okay, do you have to erase the initial arc? You don't need to. Use your compass and measure back the first arc. Okay, measure back the first arc so that you have the same length again. Okay, so that you have the same length again. Alright, so now again go to this first one, draw an arc here. Okay, now how much of the arc to draw I also don't know. Okay, it comes with a lot of practice, but roughly, because you know that you are going to cut angle B into half, so it was going to be like that. So first intersection, draw an arc out in front, go to the second point of intersection, draw another arc here. Can see? Draw another arc here. Okay, so it's always about making the 2 arcs intersect. Alright, first go to the angle that you want to cut, draw 1 arc on the left line, draw 1 arc on the right line. Draw 1 arc on the right line. Okay, next go to the intersection of the arc and the line, draw 1 arc in front and draw another arc in front here. Okay, to make sure there's 2 arcs. So once you have an intersection of 2 arcs, go to here and extend it to B. Okay, extend it to B. And this is your angle bisector. Okay, it means that it cuts angle ABC into 2, and these 2 are exactly the same. Okay, now remember just now in your perpendicular bisector, okay, in your perpendicular bisector, okay, means that you are equidistant to 2 points. Okay, for an angle bisector, means you are equidistant. What does the word equidistant means? Means you are at the same distance to 2 lines. Okay, it means that anywhere you are along the angle bisector, the distance from you to this line and the distance from you to this line is the same. The distance from you to this line and the distance from you to this line is the same. The distance from you to this line and the distance from you to this line is the same. Okay, so note the difference. Perpendicular bisector is equidistance to 2 points. Angle bisector is equidistance to 2 lines. Okay, now same as just now, let's do a short simple exercise. If the question asks, tell that you are nearer to BC than AB. Okay, so BC is a line. BC is not a point. BC is a line. So if you are closer to BC, means that you have to be on the right side of the perpendicular bisector, so means that you can be anywhere around here, because over here you are nearer to BC than to AB. Okay, but later on we'll discuss the question, and most of the time the question will ask you to label the point where you are the equidistance from 2 point and equidistance from 2 line. Okay, we'll discuss it in the question later. So just to recap on how to draw an angle bisector: compass, okay, make sure it's the same length, draw one arc on the first line, draw another arc on the second line, go to this intersection, draw one arc on top, go to this intersection, draw one arc on top, make sure these two arcs intersect. If they didn't intersect, okay, make sure you draw it longer to make sure they intersect. Now go to the point of intersection and draw to the point B. And this is how you draw an angle bisector.